Hi, welcome to the new video. I am Rohit, Desai, co-founder of JB Experts. In this video, we are going to discuss on how do we prepare a business plan to display it in front of investors or project funders or anyone to that matter who is going to lend you money to run your business and sort of it. The money may be required for to buy the product, to export it, or either it could be something like, okay, you're procuring it as a raw material, and then you're going to process it and then going to dispatch it. Whatever the mode of business you may be in, or whatever the products that you may be dealing in, but as an investor pitch is something which is very much mandatory. It's a framework what you provide to your investors and ask them to invest in your project. So that's a way how you approach. Normally, soon we started our webinars. We have been communicating on the public platform. The people start engaging with us, and they got to know that we are into investment and we are into joint ventures. So people started sending the proposals. Recently, we got a few proposals. It's hard to say, but the reports were very shabby. It was not clear, and the reports were completely off. So there was a need of this video where I could show you how to prepare a business plan. Or it's not only with investment from us, it could be the investment from anyone to that matter. This is the proper structure. How do you present in front of your investors? It could be anyone to that matter. So it could be even your family members, or at least you prepare a business plan is not because of just for your investors. Even if you're self-investing, you need to very much be sure that, okay, how the whole business plan looks like. If anyone wants to invest on it or anyone wants to take the interest in it, to at least a thought of thinking to invest in your project, that is something which you need to will go through today in this video, right? So this video, we don't have any collaboration with franchiseindia.com or this particular company, which is a Sandwich Junction. We don't have any relations, not the video has been sponsored or nothing like it. It's just for educational purpose. Take the inputs from here, but the only thing here is it's not like a copy paste kind of a thing. You need to use your brain to do the same thing, right? So this website is completely free of domain. So you can just go here. You can log in, register yourself if you want it, but just you can have a look for free. So just look at it. How are they going to display? So we know normally whenever you're going to your investors, so you need to have a proper clarity on your current products. You need to have the pictures. You need to, it's not like, okay, I'm an onion exporter. Don't do the onion. The investor don't know how the onion is. It's not about that, but at least you need to give a graphical presentation. You need to add the images of the product. That should be very much important. That makes the impression, right? So the first thing is like here, because it's a franchisee and they are just helping out, I'll just go and brief about these guys. So these guys are like they are looking for a franchisee. They have a company and which has been set up now. They have around 20 to 50 franchisees in the moment. So normally there is a one disadvantage here is I'm not criticizing, but the problem here is 50 to 20 to 50 franchisee number of franchisee outlets is like way different. It's more than double. So they may have 20, but putting the number 50 is a odd number. So it's something like your band, the width of the difference should be very small. It should be like 20 to 25 or 30 to 35 or 45 to 50. That should be the number. Instead of saying like, okay, double of my whole outlets is something misguidance, right? So, and even here, if you see the area, which is like 100 to 1000 square feet, you can run the store, you can run the operations in 100 square feet as well as in 1000 square feet or in anything in between that. So the equipments are not designed in that way where you design equipments for 1000 square feet and you can run it for 100. So there is a gap of miscommunication. Just you people have a look towards it. But whenever you're planning, what I want is the capital or the investment front. It should be not uh, for one container. If you're mentioning if you're going to trade in one container, please mention specific 7.5 to 8 lakhs or 7.8 to 8 lakhs. That is the something a band what you can give. If you want to don't need to mention accurate pricing, then you can give a band saying that, okay, I need at least 7 to 8 lakh rupees or 8 to 10 lakh rupees, something like that. But instead of saying like 2 lakhs to 2 crores, sorry, 10 lakhs to 2 crores, that is something way beyond. So looking at the number, they have been established in 2012. So you need to have a proper planning saying that when are you established, right? So then comes the company name and the services. So all the briefing. what is the company is about, how do they plan it, what are they have it. Okay, they have 20 outlets and 20 plus outlets and 5 plus states. And they provide like healthy sandwiches, sort of that. Extra dose. Look at this franchisee partner invite, and we want to become a part of a highly profitable and what is it? Authentic food franchisee. Join the Sandwich Junction franchisee family. Okay, so now they are inviting you to join. So if you are looking something for it, even you need to have the same thing. Because this is something called as a hero body. So people go through this as a mandatory thing to understand a bit of a history background, not like, okay, where you studied and all of it. It's completely should be for the project-based report. But then you'll be having a proper structure saying that, okay, where are what's the company is all about, and then why chooses. So there are a number of options, right? They have for an investor, the first thing comes in, he can invest in startups, he can invest in FDs, he can invest in ESOPs, he can stock investment, mutual funds, hundreds of real estate options. So he has a lot of options to invest. But why to choose you? What is that difference, or how do I get a business from you? So in those cases, you need to mention all the bullet points why people has to work with you, what is there for them, scalability, competitive advantages, quick startup, low cost. So all of this. So whatever you need to pick up from here, pick it up, copy paste it, or else find your own way, design it in such a fashion where it's attractive to the client, and more of that, the investor looks for it. It's not like for a heck of it, like, okay, I need to add 30 points, so I have added everything. Whatever comes in the dictionary, it could be the same meaning, but adding it multiple times doesn't make any sense. So investors looks very short and crisp because they don't have time for it. So whatever you pitch, it should be very short and very crisp and to the point, not like hitting around the bush. So that is not something which is anyone appreciates. So company support. So what is the company supports? Because this is a franchisee company, normally in your case, so what should be the offer from the company or company, what do you call, the paybacks? That is something which you can mention. What are the other things, what you have taken close? And then look at this, the franchisee cost and investment. So operations commanded on 2012, franchisee commanded on 2016, and then the franchisee details, units, investment 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs, but in your case, it could be differing from project to project. So please manage it in such a manner where you know exactly how much you need to ask the money for, and it's not like a bargain system. So normally people think like, sir, if I ask 10 lakhs, the people will invest 5 lakhs. Not so. So if you ask 10 lakhs, then it's a 10 lakhs. It's not something like you can sit and bargain about it. But you should have a proper documentations to justify the things. Sometimes you are quoting something like, okay, way beyond the price, because investors are not fools. So whenever you're quoting over the price, they will always cross check about the product. Once they get to know that the products are highly overpriced, then they feel scammy, and then they will walk away from the deal. So never ever do that. So keep the books transparent, because he's your investor. If he invests in your project, he's going to trust in you, and then he's going to fund it. Because investment comes later, the trust comes first. So please be very sure. So keep all the books very clean, tight, and very much attractive to the investor. So investment. So you're going to ask for 10 lakhs or 12 lakhs or 20 lakhs, whatever your product is based on that. Franchisee brand fees is not something which is that is available, but normally if anyone takes a franchise, then this is the fee what they pay. And the royalty commission, in your case, the ROI, return on investment. So how much return are you going to make for the investor? For example, I'm going to make out of 10 lakh rupees deal, I'm just going to make around 3 lakh rupees as profit, which is 30%, and which I'm ready to share with my investor is on 50%. So in that case, it will be like 30% is the profit making, but 15% is the return on ROI. So that is what you can push it for. There is no standard rule saying that, okay, this is something only the investor has to pay this much or take this much or something like that. Because if you are desperate, then obviously the investor will squeeze a bit. But here there is a room for negotiation. He may say like 15% is like my capex is like a huge investment in the company. At the moment, you are not investing apart from your time and thing. So there could be hundreds of reasons, justify whatever the logics you have, and try to squeeze it to 15% or half the money, so that at least you work on even basis. He has pumped the money and you have worked for it, so you both are happy. So if any time, if you're squeezing more or if your partner is squeezing more, then automatically what happens is you will be always finding a way to cut it. So instead of doing that, it's always better to work in such a fashion where it's a good deal, it's good for both and mutually benefited, and you people can work for a longer time. If you people want to cut each other, then you'll be not working together for a very long time. That is not something which is really good for any importer or exporter. All right. So mastering like unit, and you need to give a description saying that, okay, what is your procurement cost, then your process cost, your operation cost, your packaging cost, then your logistical cost, then your payment when I going to receive the payments. So what are the assurance that you can give on the payments? Because no investor wants to lose his money. If he knows about it, he knows the risk, then yeah, he's okay with it. But if there is a risk, the more of risk, then you need to pay the larger the payment, which is the ROI. So you need to be very sure what is that you're proposing to your investors. If your investor is ready to jump in, then he may agree to 15%. But once he sees that your payments are not secured, then it could be a problem. So you need to properly mention what is the payment condition, what are the terms of the Incoterms who are you using, and how do your whole operations runs through. You need to have a proper flow chart of your business model and give it in a concrete model so that it should be more than it. And never prepare over details, because many investors may don't come with a goodwill that your project will be taken off with someone. And never disclose your buyer details or your supplier details. That is not really need to be in the agreement. If any investors ask for it, then ask him to sign the non-disclosure agreement. And if anything bypasses, you're going to sue him. Please make it very clear so that the things falls in right place. So apart from that, so here it's multi-unit, like they are giving franchisee for country-wise, state-wise, city-wise, all of it. But this is a franchisee model. But this structure is pretty good because that's the reason I have taken this out. So you can check with any other franchises. We'll have a look towards with multiple things, but still. So details, exclusive territory rights, which is yes. Then return on investment is around 60%. So if you're investing 1 CR, you'll get back 60 lakhs. And then likely payback period of capital for a unit franchisee is around 10 to 11 months. So it's something what we call it as a break-even point. So like I have invested 10 lakh rupees, so I'll get back my 10 lakh rupees is within a year. So after a year, whatever you run, that is all your profits. That's how they present it as a franchisee. But yeah, you can check on that. So whatever the promise you make, please be very sure that you put a clause, you put a terms and conditions applicable symbol that should be very much mandatory, because normally you don't have any control over it. It's something like a lot of other factors are influencing. So you may have here and there. So just be sure that you don't put your neck into it. Don't over promise. Promise what is practical and give them the alert saying that there can something goes wrong. This is what we are mitigating. If any risk of payment defaults or payment risk or any kind of a product quality risk, you're mitigating every point with your in your flow chart. You're properly mentioning what are you addressing, what are the challenges, and how are you overcoming it. So this is very important because your investors will trust based on your experience, your knowledge, and moreover the back support what you have. If nothing is that, then normally the investors don't jump into those kind of projects which are highly risky and low returns, and then there is no assurance also. So in those cases, normally the investors will back up. Then you need to have mention saying that, okay, what is the setup property, or if it's a long term, right? For example, I want to hire a warehouse so that I keep my product stored and then I move it because my investor is not coming just for a project, is going to invest for a long time. In those cases, obviously, I want to tell him that, okay, why do I need an investment for? Then I need a warehouse. For example, we have done one project for a Nasi company, which was into onions and processed, what do you call this, dehydrated onions and all of it. So the property cost, the warehouse cost, the machineries cost, and the capex cost, and the labor cost, the work power, what you call as an operational cost, labors, electricity, that this water supply, heater, breakdown, AMCs. These are all comes into a operational cost. Capex is something like, okay, what is the machineries, what are the deposits, what are the securities, what are the bank guarantees we have to take. These are all something which we call it as a capex. One-time cost is the capex. Regular cost is the opex, which is the operational cost. So capex is something like, okay, once you buy the machine, you're not going to buy it every month, right? So you're going to use it. But if you're outsourcing it, for example, if someone has a mill or someone has a slicing machines, So I'm going to get it, my product sliced in his machines, and I'm going to pay a rent for it. Then it's a OPEX cost. So if you're getting the machineries, land, electricity, everything, the new setups, which is a one-time setup, that is a capex. In OPEX, you need to be very sure that, okay, what is my OPEX? So how many manpowers I need, how many packers I need, how many loaders I need, and how many what do you call the segregating labels I need. So these are all something which comes into OPEX, electricity, traveling cost, that, this, whatever it is. So add up all that OPEX and give it in the CAPEX and OPEX format. One-time cost, regular cost is a recurring cost. So every month, this is the minimum cost what we bear to. And then after, you need to give a proper clarification saying that based on your CAPEX and OPEX, what is the next profitability or the, see, one hard fact which I have to tell you here is investors doesn't, uh, they always look for profits, and moreover they want to invest in the businesses very for a longer time. They don't want to be a small time player, like for this project you have taken money from me and later you have not come to me later. So that is not they want. They want it for a long term, so they may look forward to invest for a long term thing. So if you are open to giving them the commitment saying that your money will never go wrong, and you are investing with the right people and have a proper system in place, if you justify this, then I don't see there will be a challenge to generate revenue. This video is basically is going to help you for the people who are like looking for the investors. So I have a project, I know how to do the business, but I don't have money. So in those cases, you can start talking to the people and you can start pitching to the investors, and these things will fall in place, right? So then apart, completely like provide them the complete details about your training, your structure, based on everything, whatever your business is all about. You need to give them the complete brief along with that. But end of the day, don't worry about it because you have already signed the NDA. If that's the case, we are disclosing a lot of details, which is your proprietary details. Then you need to take a clause in it saying that it's a non-disclosure agreement, right? So apart from that, you need to mention like, okay, what is the agreement details? So do you have a standard franchisee agreement? Yes. And how long the franchisee term for is for 5 years. And is the term renewable? Yes. So these are something like, okay, what is that term? What it's not like this is a franchisee example which I'm taking because they have a beautiful structure as to explain the business. Take this as a referring point. I don't say just this company. If I have to give you for a different, for example, we'll take it as fashion. This is one of the booming market. So look at this, whatever, fix it. Love, I don't know what is it. Candy Flows. Okay, let's take this. Candy Flows Private Limited. So here it's again 800 to 1500, 20 to 30 lakhs, less than 10 outlets. I think it should be a standard format from the franchise India. That's why the people are picking those kind of a thing. And look at this. They are the company royalty commission is 0% because they don't charge it because they may be having the price of the products what they send it to you. They may be having the added margin. So look at this. Return on investment 70% within a year. So then they have expansion plans. These are the plans which you can see for the locations. Maybe like overdone, but still maybe sure, now be clear. Commercials, okay, pan India. So basic details, right? So these are something like everyone looks forward for this kind of a details. You need to be very clear. Then you see it, agreements and terms. Do you have a franchisee agreement? Yes. How long the franchisee terms is? 5 years, and then yeah. Because normally this is the structure what these people follow, but you need to pick the idea from here, prepare your own structure, and modify accordingly as your product or your requirement is, right? If you need JB Experts help, obviously we are there for you, but still, if you want to do it by yourself, this is one of the referring point. I don't say you don't need to talk to or have a word with these guys, because here almost all the businesses which I have seen doesn't made any big monies for us. But yeah, it's something which you can check out, right? So I have friends who have taken dealership or franchisees. Things works, things don't work. Sometimes the support what is being promised from the companies may be not provided. A lot of things happens as a challenge wise, right? Because this is the educational video, we are not criticizing anyone or the business model. But the thing here is, I want you to people to be aware of what the things are happening in the market, be very sure about it. So this is how you need to pitch your investor. Only then you may get a proper valuation for your project, and then they may be interested to fund your project, and later you can take the project forward and then execute it. Because if you are stuck with the capital, then at least these things can happen. And towards the investors, if any investors are watching this video, and there are n number of exporters across who are have a very good product, very good market, they already have done their market studies, they have the orders in hand, but the only reason is they are staying back is like they don't have the capital to start begin with. Maybe a few piece of advances they may have, but against BL and sort of that. If it's a both way, even the investors can come forward and post their requirement, and even the exporters who are in the need of capital, please pitch us back with the same kind of presentation, so that that presentations can be circulated to the investors within our circle, and if anyone wants to jump into the project, we can help you with that, right? By this basic studies, how do a presentation should look like, or how should be a project file look like. So I have already given you the brief. Go and start your business planning, prepare a proper business investor pitch, and please come back to us if you need any other help. We are always available on the number +91 953 8888 656. That's a WhatsApp number. You can communicate on that. And if you want to talk to me directly, we are consulting. We are giving you a offer which is a free consultation. You can book a call by texting to the same WhatsApp number. You can ask a call to book directly with me. I can help you out with the whatever the requirement you may have. Right. Along with that, there are n number of courses are already live. So you can check with the team whatever the basics of import exports, advanced import exports, social media, digital marketing, or anything to that matter you want to learn to grow your import export business. You can always get in touch with us. My team is always there to help you out. So whatever the requirement you may have, please get back in touch so that either we can teach you, either we can work for you, or either we can collaborate, right? All the three options are available. We can work together and see what the best we can do about it, right? So thank you so much for watching this video and staying for so long. I hope this video has added some value to your life, your knowledge. It's my request, if you like this video, if anything in any manner, if it is a help, please hit a like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel and share the video if it makes sense to the other people. So in your circle, in your circle, that makes a lot of support for us. Thank you so much for watching this video. There will be a WhatsApp channel link in the description. Please follow us on the WhatsApp channel so that your number is private and your number will be not shared to anyone else. Even we don't get to know it, but you will get all the resources and all the things, the news which is being published by JB Experts on import-export business and other business studies, right? So thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video. Take care of your family, do well in your business, and see you forward. Bye-bye, guys.